Rosita，我咧就今日喺翠苑酒家就支持法官阿 Rosemary Montalbano， 佢競選呢個Surgery Court 嘅法官。Rosemary 咧，佢係而家咧係任職喺Civil Court 嘅法官。佢響St. John University 畢業，New England 嗰個咧就有個 Master Degree。佢曾經 serve 過兩個法官，一個叫做Gregory Lazar， 另外一個咧叫做 Anthony Lazzara。佢喺呢個社區度咧係應該會幫到好多民眾，因為嗰個COVID-19 嗰時咧疫情咧，好多人咧去世就冇立到遺囑，所以咧佢呢個咧就係一個能夠幫到我哋做到遺產分配嘅問題，所以希望我哋能夠選佢支持佢。
Running for surrogate court judge. The surrogate court handles wills, trusts, estates, and guardianships. It's an important court because it passes down what we call generational wealth. When someone dies in Brooklyn, that case goes to the surrogate court. I am presently, like I said, a Supreme Court judge. Prior to being in the Supreme Court, I worked in the civil court and also the criminal court as a judge. I've been a judge for 7 years. In the criminal court, I handle cases that involve elder abuse, which was the financial exploitation of the elderly. Unfortunately, in our county, a lot of people are being taken advantage of, and it's very important that if you or your family have worked very hard to come here to gain a business or a home, that when something happens to you, that you hold on to that wealth, and it goes then to your family, the people that you love, the people that you care about. In order to do that, we really need to educate our communities that they need to have a will or a trust so that it doesn't get tied up in the court for years, so that you're not taken advantage of by what we call predatory lenders. When someone dies, lists are being sold, and then your family members are being contacted. They get contacted and they get offered much lower value for the home. And sometimes they're scared, they're vulnerable, they don't know what to do, and they agree to things that are not in their best interest. As a surrogate judge, I would be the voice of the voiceless. It's my job to review those papers, and when something is not in the person's best interest, that I stop it. I don't approve the sale, and that I inform the family and the people who come to the court, even if they don't have a lawyer, that they have rights and they don't have to agree to those conditions. I started my career 30 years ago. I've been a lawyer for 30 years as an ADA, and I prosecuted cases against criminals, people who did things to victimize people. I then left the DA's office after 8 years, and I worked for 2 civil court judges as their attorney. I left there when they retired and went to work for a criminal Supreme Court judge. And I was there for almost 11 years, and then I was elected to the civil court. Like I said, I'm a lawyer for 30 years, a judge for 7. This is an important court. It's a 14-year term. When you elect someone to 14 years, you must make sure that they have the qualification and the experience to handle those cases. They're very important. My father was a non-English speaking immigrant. He came to this country for a better life. He had a business, and when things, went bad, and he struggled financially, our home went into foreclosure, and then we were the victims of predatory lenders. And he signed a note that was not in his best interest, where he agreed that they gave him $10,000 for $10,000 if he missed one payment, that they could buy the house for a third of what it was worth. It was terrible to navigate. He didn't tell anyone because he was embarrassed. But when I found out and I saw the papers, I had to step in and help him. Some people don't have, the resources. So I say all the time, we need to educate our communities and what to do. And if you do come to court, please ask for a translator, an interpreter. We have interpreters in all languages. My father had a business, but he still didn't speak English well. And I would say to him, legal is different than business. So you could buy something in a store and maybe explain and make change and have a little conversation, but when you go to court and when you enter into legal documents, you must have someone translate. We have all dialects in the court, and sometimes I have to insist because people say, I think I understand, and I say, no, I need you to understand 100%. All of that, because it gets very complicated. I know I could handle the job. I know I have been, and I will continue to be the voice. I have done, education in the past through, as a judge and as a lawyer, we have to take continuing legal education. When I was in criminal court, I was domestic violence judge, which also included elder abuse.